Hey, we're going to take a look at a beautiful George Harrison song, although it's kind of two different songs in one. It's got this haunting melody in the little 3/4 time, then turns into kind of a screaming rocker with our little rock shuffle. Now, we're not going to talk too much about the leads. There's a really nice lead in the beginning that I'm not going to talk. I don't know. You know what? If after this has gone up and some people want to see a little bit more of this, I might add the leads to it, or even what I just played there, like playing through a little instrumental version. But I kind of wanted to get this just started with talking about the chord progression and a basic way to play it and accompany yourself singing it. Now, this is, of course, I, Me, Mine, that George introduced to the band in January of 1969. Came back one day after writing it and played it for folks, and this is, or for the rest of the band, hoping they might be interested in doing it. And John really wasn't, nobody was really jumping on George's songs in there. I really hope you've seen Peter Jackson's documentary, Get Back, or at least the movie Let It Be, although Get Back goes a lot further into detail of what was really going on. Let It Be really just shows them practicing a little bit, performing a little bit, and arguing a little bit, which kind of got blown out of proportion. But anyway, so that's kind of what's inspired me to get back on some of these. Okay, don't get distracted by accidental puns. Anyway, to start working on some more tunes from this era of the Beatles, the last era, Let It Be and Abbey Road. And George really had a bunch of songs ready to record, or ready to present at least, and things like All Things Must Pass and a few others many others that showed up on, and Isn't It a Pity, stuff that showed up on All Things Must Pass. But the band sort of turned them down. They wanted more rockin' tunes, and even George said that most of the songs I have now are kind of slowish. Well, he then, of course, used the title of this song for a book he wrote later. This came out in 1980, so hopefully you've had a chance to... Hopefully you've seen this somewhere down the line. It's kind of his take on a little bit of what was going on, that has a little story or some notes about each of the songs that he... Matter of fact, songs he did over many years. So, okay. That's enough of the background of the song. We really just have two little things. We're going to talk about the chord progression to the verse, which is in the 3/4 thing. And again, in Let It Be and in Get Back, you see John and Yoko waltzing to this and not playing along, but that's okay. And then we've got sort of the rock and roll version. Now, Phil Spector, it was much shorter originally. Phil Spector, when he put the Let It Be album together, basically duplicated about half of the song and ran through it again. So in George's head, this song was only about 1.5 minutes long, and Spector turned it into about 2.5 minutes. But we just have two verses, kind of two choruses, and then two little sections that we'll be talking about. So enough rambling. Let's get into the chord progression and bits and pieces of I Me. Oh, I do have one more important thing to tell you, because in the studio version, we hear this D minor part with this ascending bass. And George originally did this with diminished chords there. Find the right fret, Neil. There we go. They were all F diminished. First one played at the 7th fret. Next one played as the little diminished chord up at the 9th. Last one down at the 3rd and 4th. So we'll go into a little bit of some of the early versions and early ideas that George had in this tune. Okay, now that's enough rambling. We'll start taking a look at I, Me, Mine.